iRoom 10. It is time for writing workshop. I hope you have all of your supplies set up. You have your paper that you're going to use, your pen, your writing folder, and we are going to go right into our lesson. Remember, we are writing reviews, and yesterday I decided I was going to write a review about Zoom. So I did my thinking. I planned out, I thought about what am I going to write about. I came up with some ideas and I decided on Zoom. Then yesterday I planned and I decided what I was going to write on each page of my book so that I had writing on all 3 pages. After I did that, I did a sketch and label just to remind myself what I was going to put and what my plan was, what I was putting on each page. Today we are moving on to writing. So I am going to be writing my review. So I'm going to take this down and we're going to get started. Now remember, you can use a blue pen like we did during writing workshop. You can use a black pen. You can use a pencil. I'm cool with whatever that is. As you are writing, we're using Brave Spelling. I want you to get your ideas on the paper and not really be too worried about spelling and all those things. So don't stop. Obviously, if you know how to spell it correctly, but don't worry too much. And as you know, guys know, you're going to see me making mistakes. You can think in your head, Miss Dodson, you're making a mistake because I'm building up to something and I want us to be able to practice it. So I'm making some mistakes on purpose. So I'm going to come over to the first page. And I decided I was going to talk about the things that we learn on Zoom. So that was one of the things I liked. So this is an opinion piece. So I'm going to start off by saying Zoom is good. You can learn lots of things. Notice how I got my ideas down quickly. I didn't spend a whole lot of time worrying about spelling, punctuation. I knew there was, I should probably put a period at the end. I know that. One other thing I want you to think about as you're doing this, using the word you. Because with a review, you're trying to get your opinion that I think Zoom is good. That's my opinion. I want other people to agree with me. I want them to like that too. If you're doing a restaurant, you want them to go to that restaurant. If you're writing a review of a toy, you want them to buy that toy or want to play with that toy. So using the word you and talking directly to the person, the reader, is a great way to do that. So think about doing that as you're going. So okay, I've got my first page. My second page, let's see, I was going to talk about that sometimes I do get a little upset with Zoom. So I'm going to say, Zoom does not work right. Oh, I want to do some you in there. You will get upset. Okay, I'll put a period at the end of that. So yeah, because sometimes Zoom doesn't work right, you're going to get upset. So it's not perfect, but I still think it's good. And then finally on the last page, I talked about how I get to see my friends and I get to see my students. So I'm going to say the best thing about Zoom is you get to see your friends, and I have to add this one in, students. Okay. I've written on my third page now, so hold on. I want to go back and read, make sure I've got everything on my pages. So it says, Zoom is good. You can learn lots of things. Zoom does not work right. You will get upset. The best thing about Zoom is you will get to see your friends and students. I have done my writing. I took the information from my sketching and labeling to remind me what to say, and I put it into sentences, into words. Now the last thing we talked that we were going to do is these stars down here. Oftentimes, Reviewers will give ratings. I showed you those reviewers that gave ratings on Amazon and they had 5 stars. Well, we're gonna do 4 stars. So you're gonna have to decide how you want to rate it. So if you're gonna give something 4 stars, that means it's really, really good. It's like the best ever. If you give it 3 stars, it's good. It's a good thing. I would recommend that. 2 stars, not so good. Probably shouldn't use it. 1 star, it's not good. And sometimes things are so bad you even give it 0 stars. Now here's what I'm going to do for Zoom. I have a positive review, so I know I want to at least give it 3 stars. So I'm going to color in my stars. So that's 1 star, 2 stars. Your stars are much nicer on your paper because they're computer printed stars. These are me drawn stars, so they're not very nice. But you know what? I do feel like it's a little bit more than 3 stars. So I'm actually, and you can do this too, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. So I'm going to cut this star in half, and I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I really don't feel like I can give it 4 because sometimes it does have problems, but I will give it 3.5. So what we did today was we took the information we had, we did our writing, we put it into words using sentences, and then we gave it a rating. Whatever you think out of 4 stars, what you would give that thing as a rating. Tomorrow, we're going to do probably what you're thinking about already. We're going to go back and we're going to add some detail. But for today, I want you to go ahead and get started writing. Bye.